And today is Self Care Saturday, episode 9. Self Care Saturday, episode 9. Let's go. What are you doing to take care of yourself? I've been treating myself to just going out and having a great time in public, of course. How are you guys? The cat is my biggest audience, literally. She's on the couch and she's like positioning herself. She's been doing that for a minute. She's always likes to watch my live. Today we are doing Sacred Path cards. Oh, that one got stuck. Did you see that? Uh-huh. And I've been messing with these cards for a minute, so I'm quite sure that that is one of them. Tygon, you okay, baby? Uh-oh. It's in contrary because it's upside down. Ooh, painted face. Painted face. And what is the word? Self-expression. Perfect. It's perfect for today. It is. It is perfect because I am here sort of close up with my face on YouTube. And we are looking into our destiny. We are looking into our destiny. And what's really neat is right before I went on here, I actually waited like a couple minutes after that to clear the energy. But I got a rejection to a lowball offer on an asset that I have. So it was like, you know, first of all, I've never lowballed anybody, so I had an interesting time processing what they were up to. And basically, people were trying to buy my property at a discount price so they could do a remodel on it, so they could afford it. When they couldn't even offer the market value of my house. And so I was like, no, I countered with, this is my counter, instead of just rejecting their offer, because I thought, well, if they really want the house, maybe they really want the house. So give them the chance. And so I feel like that they had painted faces, to be honest. And so this is like resonating with me because El Jadador, don't do it. Exactly. Heck no. I'm not desperate to sell my house. Hold on. Exactly, El Jador. 212 even. Thank you. Those are my numbers, 12. But let me explain to you how I feel they had painted face. It's self-expression is the word. It resonates as this. It equals this to me. They acted like regular family buyers, and it's like they waited 8 days just to lowball me. So it's interesting because you could have done all that in an hour. You didn't have to put yourself through 8 days of writing a contract only in your benefit. You know what I mean? So that's like a lot of time that you wasted. All you would have had to do was look up my name and you would have already known to not even go there. And I feel like I was wasted, like my time was wasted. And I would like to learn how to read more people's self-expression. That way I can avoid all the BS, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, El Jodador, I have a BA in marketing management. Nice. Yeah, I could tell by your comments. Thank you. You're right. And so I could really actually read people very well. And I could tell you that I predicted the entire thing, even from them even showing up. Like I felt their energy. I was out there washing down the front yard and I had a feeling somebody was driving by. And then I called every move. Like I told my mom, I told her the other day, I have a feeling that they're going to try to lowball me. Yeah, I really did. And then I said, it's because that they want to do a complete remodel. and that they want, to like me to pay for it. And plus they don't want to give me market value. This contract was like insulting, but I kept it cool because I also thought, hey, if you really want this house, I'm going to give you the opportunity to come back at me with like a real offer, because that's the only offer I'll accept is real. So therefore, I feel that maybe I could have avoided, because I can't expect other people to be able to read the painted face and to be able to save me the time of extra BS. So I'm now, because I'm doing this Sacred Path card, and this is the only one so far that showed up today. And this is it matches my story of how the people quite didn't understand how educated I am and how much of a businesswoman I really am. If they would have looked into me a little more, they would have obviously found that out. So I think, but this happens a lot. People do lowball, especially in the real estate industry. They're lowballing all the time. More lowball offers than normal offers. So I'm not taking it personal because, hey, nice try. Yeah, right. No cigar. You know what I mean? I don't even think if I was desperate, I would have taken this offer. So, yeah, basically, yeah, it was that bad. Hey guys, how are you? Hey, how are you? Thank you so much. I love all your compliments. I'm a definite sarcastic bish today. I'm a bish. Let's go. Okay, so right after that, I opened up this and we got Sundance. Okay, so Sundance, let's go. Let's go, son. Let's get it before it goes down for real. I don't need to bring the cards with me because it's just the main card. Ty, you can't come right now because I'll be distracted. This is where I shot my thumbnail right here. Make sure the doors. All right. Sundown. That's right. Look, white butterflies, a magical little garden where everything grows abundantly. Self-sacrifice is the word. This is a tree or a plant that came up on its own. This was already there and it's always blooming, even in the winter and the summer and the spring, definitely, and the fall. These two are wonderful. See, these are like the sun. That's why I got them. They're round. They're two different strains of succulent. And that's another succulent, an aloe, of course. Another plant that came up on its own. Palm plants. Hi, Busy from Down Under. Bizzy. I like that. And let's see, another plant that came up on its own. These are hard, look, underneath my feet. This, and I got the bricks there to stop it from, because it was growing over. So I put the bricks there to stop it. And these are rescues. And then there's more of those plants growing. I guess it's that one actually. Wow, that is so cool because I've always loved this plant. And now it's growing on my side too. It likes me. It's over here, see? So this cactus thorn is one, the mouse ears. This one's spread to over there. That's a seedling. And there's another one there. And another one there. These are dangerous too. You gotta watch where you step. And then there's one there. Look, they're spreading. I rescued them. This one I bought. That is a hibiscus that bloomed recently. A yellow orange. And that's the sage plant. And it's still soft. Woo, soft like butter. And then these are growing, these palms, and the cactus just bloomed another one. I didn't get a chance to take it. Look how thick the cactus plants are. These grew on their own. And it's over here. Occasionally I throw water because it's off the hose track. Yeah, I gotta be careful of my feet on these wooden things. It's a sun dance, alright. These I trim perfectly. Perfect. Look at that. That one. It was cut, it just needed to be plucked. Look how straight that is. Look at my peppers. Look at the sundance. Grateful for the peppers. All over, see? The hummingbird trellis, the two matching trellis on each end. The way that these grow over with the pink little fuchsia flowers. The way they grow over. Sundance. The sun's right there. Let's see. See how quiet it is here? I'm not giving up my house. Nobody's just gonna take my house. I'm capable. Hi Tyrone, how are you? Oh, thank you. My contribution towards helping people feel good, right? Sundance, self-sacrifice, is that what you mean? I show up and I'm here and I've learned how to filter and sift through the comments because some of them interrupt my vibe, my good frequency, and I've learned to read them as I go live and not react internally, not react at all, not say anything. Self-sacrifice. Al Jadador, he answered, she picks later on. I think he means because someone's asking me, thank you for asking me to be your girlfriend to Lonnie. Thank you. And thank you for saying I love you. And then El Jador answered for me, she picks later on. That actually makes sense. You're right. I do pick later on because how would I be able to have any relationship at all and take care of my mother? You know? Think about that. I mean, what do? Sneak off into the barn? You know? Hi, Charlene. How are you? Thank you. Thanks for the roses. Mwah. An influencer, a content creator, is self-sacrificing. We really are. Like, I have to be working all the time on my computer. When I do videos, it takes away from my work. Time is money. So it takes great amount of time sometimes to turn a hobby, which is videography for me, into a full-time content creation, production, you know, YouTube production creation, where I show up and where people honor me and cherish me because I show up to spend time with you. And, that speaks miles because, well, most creators do not show up that much, and I've shown up quite a bit. So that alone is a self-sacrifice. Sundance. What does it mean? Well, let's look at the illustration. It's a very strong Native American man, Indian, and he is sacrificing himself, self-sacrifice, towards the sun. See? So he's essentially surrendering himself to the universe, and particularly the sun. So that includes letting go, taking a deep breath, and having faith. It does include having faith, just like when I said I'm capable. So I'm capable of doing any job, and I have too many jobs, literally. I have more job. People wish that they had as many jobs as I have available to me. It's because I have a clean background, a clean record, and a good credit score, and a solid foundation, to work from. I have a home, I'm a resident of a state, and I pay my taxes. All these things. I don't owe anybody any money. All these things sort of add up to credibility. And then, oh, that plant has an interesting part of leaf on it. And so that's why I have any kind of job available to me to be able to earn money. Wow. Is that like a weed almost? No, it's the actual pink aura. Interesting, huh? Huh. It's interesting. It's different than like these leaves. So I'm really capable of, you know, I'm capable of keeping this house if I want. It's just I'm going for a salary in another state, and that means I have to uproot my entire, like, where I live and where my mom lives because she lives with me. And so I have to like be vigilant. I always teach diligent, persistent, consistent, you know, those three. But vigilant. Vigilant's one that I added years later. I love when the wind hits and the plant does this. It just dances. All the plants, all the leaves here. Vigilant in the way where I don't spin my wheels and end up like like locating my entire life. Interesting how the card stayed on my lap. I didn't even have to hold it. It just everywhere I just turned, it just stayed there. It was like this. It was right side up because I always worship the sun. As far as the vigilant, be careful. The spirit guides are telling me to not move somewhere under the assumption that I was going to gain anything. Hi, True North. So be careful not to move to another state where I'm supposed to be signing up for something that I'm supposed to be eligible for, but be vigilant in the way where uh instead of making a permanent move just in case something happens where I don't get the benefit. They said the guides, don't make it permanent. In other words, in most cases, don't buy a house because it is not that easy to get out of a house when you want to. You don't always have a buyer at the time that you need it. That's a big misconception that people have about owning, you know. So you could roll the dice. It doesn't mean you have to be stationary all the time. It just means that if you make the right moves at the right time, then you can turn profits on real estate. I plan on cashing in on my capital gain. It's my right, and I don't have to take any offer. So, all I have to do is just work a little harder in order to be able to sustain until the right buyer comes along. Because somebody wants my house really bad. There's several people. So I'm not worried about it. It's just you're gonna have to pay. I'm not handing out any discounts. you know, yeah, no, I always offer incentive. I'm always like that because I like people to think that they got a good deal no matter what, but I'm not just giving you my house. Hey, everybody. Oh, Donnie Grapes. I want to go with you now, my love, and we could take care of your mom together, my love, and we could do that together now, my love. Oh, I do need help with somebody to help me with my mom, actually. Like, if you're serious, send me an email, literally, because, um, yeah, it would be nice to have somebody help me with my life. Actually, I do have people who help me, 100%. But I just meant somebody who's more hands-on, like help. Open a trust, Elgidor. Thank you for watching all this time, my love. A trust. Well, I know all about trust, but like, what is the reason? Because there's several reasons to open a trust. I am advertising as private owner. Drop my email. I will, but you might have to come, Jesse. Thank you. I will put my email if you want to get on my email list. Uh, it would be nice. And so I do it after the video because there's no way for me to comment right now for some reason. Let me see. I might be able to. I don't know why you can't. I guess they just don't want creators just sitting there chatting, you know, text chatting in the live. Like we're supposed to be doing something. Thanks, guys. Okay, so being vigilant, being outside right now and honoring the earth, listening to the birds, and feeling the sun, and then being with you is all sacred. It's a sacred path. It's what we were supposed to be doing today. It's just what it is. And the sun dance. So he's got a pipe in his mouth, and he has some type of string apparatus tied to his chest, the warrior. Let's see. And he has a big feather. It looks like there's like bull horns underneath him. So that's giving him the power of the bull. That makes sense because the sun is very, it's very strong, like a bull. It's powerful, the sun. Thanks, Jeff. I feel very comfortable the way that my hair came out. Thanks for saying. Let me see. Let's go back in the house because we definitely got in touch with our power in the sun dance today. I feel like we've all gotten in touch with our power. I got the thing for my mom, the doorknob covers. So she couldn't like turn the doorknob and walk out. Well, I wish I would have even known or thought about having that on the door that she hurt herself last year. But let's not talk about anything that's going to make us. Hey, Bill, how are you? Let's talk about things that are going to make us feel better. Bill, thank you. Bill had a card that stuck with him when I did a reading for him. And I read your email briefly, Bill, right before I went on because I didn't have a chance to really read it. I read the first sentence because I was just about to go live here on YouTube. And I saw that dream time really is very important to you. You love to dream. That's neat. That's neat to know that. You know, a lot of people do love to dream. I think you get more dreams when you invite it in. I got my Sprite with black cherry. This finger I had to cut way down because it got like frail from a lot of cleaning. And so rear are here empty. Did I say that right? I feel dumb the way I said that. You're making me feel better. Thank you. Can you tell me how to pronounce or if I missed what your handle stands for? You're making me feel better. I'm so glad. I came on here today with a vibe, for sure. It's me. It's me 100%. I'm in rare form. Yeah, this nail has to grow out. Oh, you know what I do? I use lotion all over my body. And I'm going to do a whole self-care Saturday about it. I came in here with a vibe of chill, relaxed. I got the amethyst today again. I'm just not wearing the necklace amethyst. True North, why did you put the flowers phone number? I'm just curious. Did I miss something? This makes your nails grow because it feeds them nutrients and your skin. Oh, look what I got. I got the sandalwood, the Maasai African cedarwood. Oh my God, this is the best. If you only knew, you know? I usually don't touch it to my skin, but if you like barely touch, it doesn't touch the applicator. This stuff goes a long way. A long way. Look at all that just got on my thumb. Look, you could put a little behind your neck, and you could put side of your face a little bit around your hairline, and then the back of that side of the neck, and then put a little more back there. And then bring it back this way, and and then rub it into your wrist, and then put it a little bit on your knee, the inside of your thigh, maybe around your buttocks a little. I don't know. Why not, right? Why not? Happy flower full moon. Cool. Thank you. Happy flower. I had no idea. And of course, I'm here wearing flowers, right? I think I got the lotion right here. Let me see. There's a lot of it right there. Woo! It's so good. Put it around your mouth, even. I wish I could describe to you. Let me describe to you what this smells like. First, it says on the back, write your own story. Remember when manners made the man, when knights were men of action, not just men of means, when good grooming was a sign of self-respect, not self-obsession. Oh, well, I do respect. Nobody's even going to smell me. I don't even plan on going anywhere, but I smell me. And what I smell is a gorgeous freaking, almost like masculine, like woody, yet sandalwood, cedarwood, a very like strong, I want to say, perfume for men and women, like kind of like it's androgynous, the smell. It is androgynous, but if you wear this, you have to be bold like me. You have to be a real like dresser. Like sometimes I like to really dress and I like to finish it off with a strong on the pressure points, you know, like the top of your shoulder, a strong scent. That way when I go in public, they'll smell a gorgeous, and you say it's National, did you say Flower Day? Yes, it is like it's in the forest, true north. The smell of this. Yes. And Donnie says, are you going to talk to me now or can we talk later? I think we should talk later because if we talk now, we might bore people. Right now we're talking about this gorgeous array of woodsy, floral, cedarwood, African. I mean, need I say more? I mean, oh my God. Like, if I could hug you guys right now, you would never let me go. You would never let me go. I've had a man ask me, can you please tell me what that is? I want to wear that. Literally. Literally. And I had to track it down. Como Ka Ain. I hope I said that right. What's your top 2 favorite PG-13 movies? Gosh, I don't know. I don't know if my brain can process. If they come up though, I think, let's see. How about Breakfast Club and Cocktail? Cocktails? Well, whichever one. One cocktail or many cocktails, not sure. Oh yeah, we're talking about movies now. No, I'm not a big drinker. So I mix this in sometimes. I stop wearing the Gucci a lot. I'm going to save it for my loved ones, my family members, because I have been wearing it in public and I just think it's very, very, very expensive. And it was meant to be that I wore it, but I better save it for like really special events. So I'm going to do that. And because it's literally like $450 a bottle, I think it went up to. So if I spray that right here and then I've got this on my pressure points, literally heartbreaker. You know? Like even people, their pheromones, it's like a pheromone cocktail. It's like you cannot resist, literally. Literally. If you hugged me, you would not let me go. I know 100% you wouldn't. I would have to like sling you over my shoulder and just like walk with you like on my shoulder. That would be it forever. If you knew what I actually smelled like um when I get dressed to go out. Okay. So we're going to get one more card because we need an influence. We don't want to be like thinking about the way I smell all day because it's like fabulous. Okay. It's definitely a high vibrational vibe. Wow. Let's look at this. Heyoka. Let's look at this. Okay. It's humor and opposites. That's the word. Humor and opposites. Those are the words. Humor / opposites. Heyoka. It has like a joker. It has a joker. So we're gonna learn something right here. I think it might have something to do with learning how to just wow. I looked right at it at the page. Like whoa, out of 44 cards, there's 52 medicine cards, but there's 44 sacred path cards, and it's weird because I just looked right at it, and this card just when I saw it. It was the one. It was the one for today. All right, here we go. Wow. Ooh, I love learning new things. It's good to really reinforce the old things that you learn, but the new things is what helps us with our growth on our path. Aho heoka. Make me laugh so I'll be human again. Allow me to see my crooked path and the trickster as my friend. Aho heoka. How contrary you can be, yet you make me learn. Aho heoka. The joke's on me, but next time it's your turn. And it's humor and opposites. The heoka is a contrary clown who holds total wisdom and teaches the people through laughter and opposites. This sacred trickster is one who makes you wonder if what they are saying or doing is actually correct, thereby making you think and figure it out for yourself. Oh, my dad was a lot like that. I used to say, Dad, is this like this or like that? Or why did you do it? Or what? Why is this like that? You know, why is just basically asking a lot of questions. And he would always answer me with a very indirect answer. He never really answered any of my questions, actually. So, wow, hey, Okong. So, my dad was a joker, a sacred trickster, make people through laughter. Wow, that's true. He would make you feel good, like joyful, like laughter. Hi, William. When people are made to think on their own, the wobbly beliefs, yeah, I would. He would answer sideways, like he would make me think. Like he never answered yes or no. It was always an open-ended answer. Like an open-ended question, open-ended answer. Like, I don't know, I'll give you an example. Something like it was always something deep though. Like it wouldn't be something like when are we having dinner? That was just 6 o'clock, whatever. It was something deep, like why I don't know, I did it a lot when you're in that why stage. But like why is the ocean blue and also has green? You know, it would always be something like he would make you say, he'd make you think about it. Like, well, why are the trees green? You know? He'd make you find the source. He wanted you to learn on your own. Okay. If the rubber, let's see, if the rubber crutch gives way and they end up on the ground on their rump, a lesson was learned. If they stop and think, test out a teaching for themselves, and it stands in good stead, the wobbly belief becomes a knowing system for their lives. Okay, so he wanted me to apply it. The divine trickster is called Heyoka by the plains tribes by Koshari, spelled with a K, Koshari, by the Hopi, Hopi, and the Pueblo Indians. Many tribes have trickster teachers who dress in costume for ceremony and wear regular clothing in daily life. And you know what's interesting? My dad, I've said this before, my dad was a film producer, and he also produced burlesque shows in Las Vegas, and he at one point had a radio show, and he was always an actor. And so, but he always dressed in a dress shirt, a pair of slacks, and a sport coat. And so he never, like this says, the trickster teachers who dress in costume for ceremony and wear regular clothing in daily life. He never wore regular clothing. So, not even pajamas. Like, he was a robe guy. So, that explains that, right? I got it in my blood, the robe. And so, he was in ceremony. He was in ceremony at all times in his daily life. Their jokes do not stop just because it is not a feast day. All Heyokas operate through opposites. The Heyoka purported wisdom imparted to a seeker could be the exact opposite of the answers the person would find for the self. The laughter surrounding the results could be a lesson for the entire community. Yeah, the Heyoka purported wisdom. He would give wisdom with his answer to your question, and he would impart to the seeker, the person asking the question, the person asking the question could be the exact opposite of the answers the person would find for the self. That's true. He was always saying, well, they do it this way and they do it that way. He never said, it's for you. He would always say, it's for the others. The laughter surrounding the results could be a lesson for the entire community. Okay, the laughter. The laughter is the lesson. Wow. Thank gosh. The Heyoka is known for creating lessons at the expense of another's seriousness. That's true. I was totally serious. Dad, why? Dad, why? And he would say, sometimes it was sarcastic. Why are the trees green? Because the sky is blue. Laughter is the ultimate lesson that breaks the bonds that destroy balance in people. If the Heyoka is successful, all is taken in good fun, and the bonds of old habits, no longer helpful, are broken. Oh, good, because I want to break old habits, like just being around smoke and going into casinos. Like it's just not serving me. They're no longer helpful, and they're broken. The habits are already broken, and it's good to talk about them, because you have to acknowledge that they were there and that they went bye-bye. They're no longer a problem. The medicine alley of the Heyoka is coyote. So the alley. The Heyoka is a master at coyote medicine and can use the joking part of coyote's nature to trick others into enlightened states of understanding. That's true. He always wanted me to understand it more than just receive the answer. Occasionally, the coyote medicine will backfire and zap the Heyoka in a blind spot. If this happens, the true Heyoka will take it in stride and laugh at the backfire, learning from the lesson along with others. Yeah, that's true. Anytime my father was humbled, he would always get this face like anyone does, that humble face, like, oh yeah, I know, I did that, Native people understood the value of being good sports. That's me. Like, I don't care how much money I lose or any game that I play that I lose. I never walk away mad, like mean, or like, take it out on anybody. In earlier times, it was not considered losing face, and they put quotes around that, to have the Heyoka play a trick on someone. In fact, it was an honor to be singled out for a trick that contained a valuable spiritual lesson. Each tribal member was a valuable part of the whole, and many times the joke had consequences for more than the other person. Everyone seeing the actual prank or talking of it later could relate those events to personal situations and grow from the lesson. All are forced to reflect on how they would react if they were the person the joke was played on. The Heyoka is able to master the art of balancing and sacredness with irreverence. Sometimes we don't understand these lessons when we read, because that's a lot, and it didn't really sink in. That part didn't, but it will later, because our subconscious minds are absorbing it. We are opening ourselves up to it. So right now we're still reading the Heyoka Humor Opposites. We're still on this card. This is going to be our last card for today. There's actually a lot more paragraphs about this. It's really like too much to read. But you're always welcome, if you're interested in Sacred Path cards, to branch off and go online and look for the actual Sacred Path cards. They look like this authentically. They have the illustration. You want to make sure you really get the real deck. Oops. Let me see if I believe there was a preface card in here, and I can, here, Linda Childers, Childers, and I thought it was pronounced Childers in case I got it wrong. Dash Amber Fawn, copyright 1990 by Jamie Sams. And Jamie Sams was one of the authors of Medicine Cards. And so by Jamie Sams and Linda Childers, or Childers. I could be getting that wrong. I apologize if I did. Oh, so those are the illustrations, okay? So you could start with that. I don't really have the, let's see, I'll give you the author name. I want to make sure you get the right ones. There could be some frauds. There's only one Sacred Path cards, although there's many in different religions, different nationalities. So we're going to get the, it looks like just Jamie Sams. Yeah, it's probably, the person who was doing the illustrations also had a lot to do with the book. I could guarantee that, because they were expressing the words in the book into the, like, storyteller, like telling a story with a picture, you know? Storyteller expansion. Let's look at a little more of the Heyoka. This one. The true art of knowing how and when to use Heyoka tactics comes through the ability to laugh at oneself while being compassionate and using the trickster elements of teaching in a way that is not cruel or self-imposing. Yes. Being compassionate, teaching in a way that is not cruel or self-imposing. An experienced Heyoka will know how sensitive a student is and would never use a trick on that student to create more pain. In this situation, the Heyoka would make a joke and become the laughing stock of the situation so that the student could reflect on it through another's experience. So the Heyoka takes one for the team in a way. It alleviates embarrassment, and it helps the person who's trying to understand the lesson. It's selfless. It's putting yourself out there and not worrying about anybody laughing at you. The joy of the wise elder within the Heyoka knows well that the results have created growth in another. Yes. I'm all about growth, self-growth, and growth in others. I'm all about that. That's why I am doing the self-sacrifice of the Sundance and the medicine cards and the sacred path cards. That is definitely for sure. Thank you for joining today. I hope that when I read, look at this poem. This poem is for sacred space. I'll read this. No, it's too long. Here, I'm gonna put this I'm gonna put the storyteller card into the bookmark of the Just One Arrow poem. You might even be able to look it up. Just One Arrow, John York. York, as in New York. John York. That's not easy to say. Just One Arrow. Okay. A little bit more of this. It's dry in here. Talking. Woo! Okay, guys, I'm gonna make a salad. I need energy. What are you guys having? Thank you for joining in on my video today. And anything that resonates with the teachings and that you feel it's a match for your experiences, that is a good feeling. It's a confirmation. Yeah. Well, this is really overpowering. I'm going to need some of this lotion now. I'm going to need some of this coconut because the African cedar wood was way too strong at this moment. It got really strong. I normally don't even put that much. Oh, yeah. I'm craving like this very famous Japanese dish called shabu shabu. Oh my God, am I craving it so bad? But it's a drive, and I'm not really up to it. I'm not up to a drive. I'm in real chill mode today. What did I learn from today's Sacred Path reading? Overall, that I'm following my heart. And if something seems off, then it usually is. Follow your gut instinct. I think that's what I learned. But what's weird is it wasn't in the lesson, you know? It's just my takeaway from it. And to feel secure with where you are, like you can't always be running because then your body never lands where you're at. And sometimes it feels good just to sit down or lay back and just be present. So, oh, the kitty. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be present. Hi. Mhm. Hi. Oh, baby. Hi. Kiss. Well, if no one else is going to join in right now, I'll see you in the next video, which is Monday manifestation. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Today is about, I just been lounging in my robe all day. I'm going to put on some pajamas now. That would feel good. Get out of this. Been into it for a minute. And then, I'm going to make a salad. What kind of salad can I make? I'm really into my salads now. I make a lot of salads. What do you think? She loves salad dressing. Baby. Mhm. Mhm. Oh, she puts her head back to kiss me. But sometimes she puts it straight up. Like the head will go, and she'll go up like this. All right, my dear friends, thank you for being with me today on Self-Care Saturday. Please put in the comments, what are you doing for your self-care? I'd love to know. And I do have episodes now. This is 9, I think. So there's other ones if you want to get caught up on taking care of ourselves, because we're doing this journey together. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. I love you. Thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And thank you for joining as a member. I'm going to go into the memberships. That's where I'm headed. I'm heading over into my live membership. I wish I didn't have to leave you guys. I wish I could take you with me right now. Big hug. Mwah.